Welcome back, everyone, to the Footy Fetish episode.
I don't know, maybe 20, 19, 20?
21, I think.
19,
Who
20.
knows?
Okay, well, one of them, either 19, 20, or 21, so we'll cover all three bases, just in case.
Good,
But,
good host,
yeah,
good host skills.
That's me. With myself, Alfie, we've got Mark,
Yo.
say hi, and Ollie.
Hello.
And then we got a very special guest today, a mystery guest, according to the title of the stream. It is good. It is a good friend of the show, Dan Bardell. How you doing?
Very good. Sorry to disappoint.
No, you're a great. You're a great mystery guest. Very mysterious.
You've also
He is
got
a
a great
Man United
background.
fan for everyone. It is a great background. We were sort of talking about that.
Thank you.
It's
Well,
pretty cool.
I guess is that you got photos of everywhere you've been with Al on there.
Well, everywhere, no, but that was the idea. But yeah, haven't got around to doing it. But I occasionally write some like recipes and shit on there, which is quite handy because it's a chalkboard wall. So I just
Oh,
rid of it.
Oh,
It's
sick.
fabric.
yeah, indoors, just write on there, which is pretty good. And then
That's it.
that pile of photos will be us boys at university. So yeah.
Oh, nice.
Eee.
Yeah, cheers. Someone coming in. But yeah, so we got a quiz today. It's basically the main part of this podcast. But before we get onto that, there's been a bit of news over the last week. I just want to delve into first, like I guess starting with what happened last night. Man City into the Champions League final after a unbelievable 2 legs against PSG, who were obviously one of the favourites to win it over at the beginning of the season. I think it says a lot about. I think it almost says more about PSG than it does about City because we know what City are. But I just want to see what do you guys think about the game last night?
I mean, City have been an amazing side for quite some time now, so I think they rightly deserve a Champions League final at least.
Definitely, they've been very unlucky. Well, unlucky they have. Obviously the Spurs one that could have gone differently with VAR and everything.
Yeah.
But they
No,
were
I think
just
they were
unplayable.
another level last night. They looked fantastic on every sort of position possible. They looked amazing, and that defense was just ridiculous last night. They weren't letting anything happen.
They were
And
just
I think
blocking.
I saw I think it was PSG. Their last shot on target was the 28th minute of the first leg.
That's crazy. That's
Didn't
crazy.
get a single shot on target throughout the whole second leg. So
I mean, I watched the game, and it took me till the second half to realise Icardi was playing.
Oh, blimey.
He was playing, and I just had no idea. They did a fantastic job. Neymar struggled every time he got the ball. There was at least 2 people on him, maybe even 3, and he just struggled to get anywhere with the ball. It was fantastic. I don't know how the tie would have gone if Mbappe had played both legs. Would have been interesting. Obviously, he played the first leg, and they still did him over.
He did nothing though in the first leg, didn't he? And
Yeah.
I think Neymar is just—he's 29, which I didn't realise, and he just has not like cut it. I don't think.
No,
he's
he's flopped,
not-
essentially. Well,
has he ever been world class, or is it just in that front line he looked world class because he had 2 unbelievable players in Messi and Suarez with him? Do you know what I mean?
I think he is world class. I just think he's not a Messi or Ronaldo in the fact that if they can take a team by the scruff of the neck and win a game on
he's
their
not the
own.
main focal point.
He can't do that. As we saw against City, like he's just not that guy. And it's just I just think he's massively overrated anyway compared to what he's actually done. He never should have left Barcelona if he wanted to win and get better, really.
Oh, we've got someone in the chat.
Yeah.
This could be a poster for either Cursed Minecraft or Nice Guy. Oh, for Reddit, yeah. What do you mean, sorry, True Pastor Lord? Not sure what
Who
you mean
knows?
by this could be a poster.
But yeah, it's just I don't know. But Neymar, it's an odd one. He's going to be in he's not got that many years left, I suppose.
No, I think he's past it now. I think he's past his prime. I don't think he's gonna pick up and sort of wow everyone. I think his chance to win the Ballon d'Or's gone now. I think.
Oh, definitely.
Over the next, if not, he has to win it in the next like 2 or 3 seasons max. But even still, there's a very, very small chance I think he's going to win it now.
Yeah, definitely. I think one thing I just sort of was thinking about it actually. I think one thing that was proven last night is just for me, Phil Foden is better than Neymar. And
He was doing bits, wasn't he?
Phil Foden is incredible.
He's so good.
He is like Haaland, Mbappe level. I'm thinking, like genuinely, like
every time he's on the ball, he just looks like he's going to do something special.
I mean, City are relying on a 20-year-old kid to win them the Champions League. Do you know what I mean?
He would be the deciding factor, to be fair.
I think City's defense as well was absolutely amazing. Ruben Diaz
man.
He is unbelievable. Is he better than Van Dijk?
I think he has.
What does the Liverpool fan think?
No, he's not better than Van Dijk. He's good. Could be as good as Van Dijk, but we'll see how it goes when Van Dijk's back, and then they'll.
The thing is, if I'd asked that question a couple of months ago, everyone probably gone, no, don't be silly. But how consistent he's been over this season and how good he is, especially in the Champions League as well, he's unbelievable.
Also, people in the chat let us know what you think. I'm actually going to go with right now. I think I'd rather.
Right now, Van Dijk ain't playing football. He can barely run.
Yeah, I know. Van Dijk going forward is really good. Like he can ping passes across the park. But defensively, Ruben Diaz has showed this season, and especially these last two PSG leagues, that he is probably a top 3 defender in the world. Like defensively, like he is. Like, can you name a better actual defender? Like at defending of what we've seen from Ruben Diaz this season and in the Champions League.
Probably not this season. He's the best defender this season, easily.
I think what's quite incredible about him though is how he commands the defences, and considering his age, which for me, I know obviously being a United fan, you don't want to give Liverpool any credit, but you don't want to give City any credit either. But I do think Diaz might be better than Van Dijk purely on the way he is commanding the defence at such a sort of age, and
he's
very new to the team still.
So the way he came into the squad exactly since Company left, it's kind of crazy to think that they've just got this kid. They've got the spine of their team so solid with Foden in there as well.
Yeah,
I think the biggest question mark is going to be if Fernandinho goes at some point, then who comes in to replace him as a CDM? But let's face it, they've got enough money to do that.
I really like Rodri.
I think he's still got. He's going to be one of those players that I think it's just. He's sort of not played all the time, is he, at the minute? But he's then going to be like their mainstay, and everyone's going to be like, "Wow, he's incredible! He's going to be player of the season." Their whole spine is just quite scary. They just need a striker.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
yeah, definitely. I kind of like the fact that Aguero's last ever game for City is going to be the Champions League final.
Yeah,
and he said he won't leave City in 2012. I think he said or 2014. I can't remember when it was. He said he wouldn't leave City until they win the Champions League. And what a finish to that story it would be.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine Aguero winning the Champions League for his last ever game at City. Just round off what an amazing career he's had at City. That would be brilliant.
If it's going to be a last minute goal again. How they won the league.
Do you think he starts in that Champions League final?
He might start.
I'm not sure if he will.
I don't think he will.
What time did he come on last night? He came on quite late, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I think.
Yeah.
But he also came on late again.
Came on late
against Palace.
He'll probably come on if they're doing really well. 3-0 up in the 75th minute, maybe. I'll fucking chuck Aguero in.
I think he'll play regardless. I think he'll play. They'll give him a chance because if they need a goal, who's better play? If they can't score and they need a goal, who's a better person to put on?
Who's going to be more up for it as well?
It depends on who it is. If it's it's got to be Chelsea, man. That is a way better final than Man City, Real Madrid at the moment.
Yeah.
Tuchel's fucking his team that he's got with his Chelsea group is unbelievable. He's got to be there longer than 18 months.
I think the Chelsea City would be a better final, but I think in terms of managers, Pep versus Zidane would be quite a cool final. But I think City would probably.
Oh my god, they would destroy Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Char's in.
Big Donny
Here
Shaw.
he is,
Locked
locked
in.
Good to
in.
see you. Good to
Love
see
it.
you. We're just
So I
talking
think-
about Man City winning the semi-final against PSG in the Champions League. So they're into the final now. We've got Real Madrid versus Chelsea on at 8 o'clock. I've got it on here, so I'll keep you guys updated throughout the pod while we're recording. But yeah, it's interesting. I think I would love to see Chelsea versus City for me.
Have you seen there's 100% chance of Mendy featuring in the final? Because all 3 remaining teams have a player called Mendy.
Ah,
Oh, God.
love that
Any
stat.
Mendy will be in the final.
Oh yeah, of course they do, don't they?
Oh,
Yeah.
Marcus is in as well. Bit of Norse
Here he
PC.
is.
North
Hello,
DC,
welcome.
welcome.
We're doing
Love
a
it.
quiz if you want to stick around.
We are
Get
doing a
bit of
quiz, but
pen and paper. We'll wait for your answers coming through.
if everyone's else got anything, really, I guess we'll be moving on to the final. So we'll move on to the second bit of news that I got, which is I like to get Dan's opinion on this actually. United fans, obviously, the stadium thing. They got into the stadium. People say they broke in, but then people say they were let in. It's a bit up in arms. Souness went absolutely mad.
Oh goodness.
He is an idiot. I don't care, and a hypocrite because he's forgot what he's done, obviously, in the past to ignite sort of
Yeah, mate.
things with the
Planting that
fans.
Galatasaray flag right in the centre of the pitch.
He's
isn't it?
quick to forget what he's been up to in the past. So interesting. But yeah, Dan, why don't you take us through this? Because obviously you'll know it better than any of us, really.
Yeah. I mean, what the biggest thing that I found incredible about that whole situation, to be honest, was just the manner in which it was handled, not by the fans, but by the stewards and by the police. And in a weird way, it kind of just proves the point that the Man United fans are trying to make, in that the Glazers are just sucking the money out of the club, and they haven't invested. And we're not talking about the team; you're literally talking about the stadium.
Yeah.
You're talking about the infrastructure around it. You're talking about
Like
the
the
city of
community.
Manchester itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, the training ground. I mean, it started with the training ground protest, and I'm not saying it should be, highly secure anyway. But they've only got one security guard there. They don't want to pay any more, for no one to get in. And the stewards, it's not their job, and they shouldn't put themselves at risk or anything like that. But I knew the protest was happening. I knew what time it was taking place. I knew thousands of people were going to turn up. It was almost as if they didn't realise or have any idea that it was going to happen.
Yeah.
So
that's
that
weird.
they didn't manage it well if they don't want them to get on the pitch. But I mean, in terms of them protesting and getting into the stadium, to be honest, it was a peaceful protest, despite what you would read in the Daily Mail, in the newspapers, and sort of even on Sky. Sky Sports are running with that sort of handle now. But apparently there were less arrests at the protest than there normally are for a Man U Liverpool game, which is pretty mad, isn't it?
Apparently they were doing drugs though. There was some picture got out. They were doing lines off the corner flag or something.
Oh, I think that wasn't. I don't think that was at the stadium, but I think
no.
they stole the corner flag and did it later on. But
Right.
yeah, I did see that.
I mean, that
Brilliant.
that wouldn't really surprise me. There's always going to be a minority, isn't there?
Don't
They're going to
condone drug taking on this podcast, but that is hilarious.
Yeah, apparently he tried to sell the corner flag for like 500 quid online.
Wow.
That's fair.
But yeah, I
only
mean,
500 quid.
I don't.
Yeah.
The reason for protesting is absolutely right, and I mean you can tell by Avram Glazer's and Joel Glazer's or Joel Glazer, wasn't it, his reaction. He just doesn't want to know, and they have their interest in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which they suck all the money out of United, and they obviously put it towards their own interests or their own pocket. Because otherwise they wouldn't have the money to get sort of Tom Brady in that to win them the Super Bowl. They suck like 1.5 billion out of the club, which isn't their money. I think this is the main point that people are making. They're saying, "Oh, but you bought Harry Maguire for 80 million pounds and all that," but they haven't actually put a single penny in. They didn't buy the club with their own money. They bought it thanks to Ed Woodward. He orchestrated loans, and then they just reversed it and put those loans back on the club. They didn't actually have the money to buy the club, and all the money that then the club generates is literally Man United's money. So to say it's all well and good, yeah, look, 80 million, a lot of money. Imagine if they could have invested that 1.5 billion pounds that they've earned, that the club earns, and it is the club's money. over the last 10 years. I'm sorry, but you'd be talking Man City levels or
Absolutely.
even bigger than that. But I do think obviously it's kind of rich, me living down south, and then obviously you got Manchester up north, but they do have a right to really be angry in the fact that what Neville was saying was totally right, in that there is no infrastructure around there. It is so dead. They didn't want to buy the hotel outside. That's why Gary Neville owns the hotel and all that sort of stuff. They weren't interested, and that would have made a better match day experience and all that.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, I think it'll be interesting to see what other fans do, to be honest, because everyone thinks it is obviously ESL related, but it stems from years and years of hardship, and like the Arsenal fans, they feel passionately very similarly to their owner. So I think, and I'm sure Liverpool fans are going to start feeling that way towards FSG as well. It will be interesting to see what the fans will do, but I would honestly be surprised if Man United play another home game this season, because apparently they're going to turn up next week to the Liverpool one on May 13th, so I think that's next Thursday.
Bloody hell, it'll be interesting to see.
Liverpool have got.
They're going to turn up to that one.
United have got. Is it 4 games in the space of like 7 days or something?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Man.
it's
But I mean-
crazy.
So they play tomorrow, then they play Leicester,
Hmm.
and then I think they've got a game on Tuesday, and then they play Liverpool, I think, on Thursday.
Yeah.
But there's already like mutterings through Man United Twitter or whatever that they're going to do the same thing next week, and I would be surprised, because I think we play 2 games at home. I think so. If that's the case, I'd be surprised if they play those 2 games, to be honest.
Definitely. I mean,
Because stopping the game is the biggest message you can send out, because that's broadcasters all over the world that then aren't advertising a game, and that is broadcaster money at the end of the day. So
100.
yeah, we'll see.
But I think
Was it Avram Glazer that was in that video that Sky put out this morning of him being followed to his car or whatever, and they were asking him if he was going to apologise, and he basically refused to apologise to the United fans, didn't want to obviously give any interviews or anything like that, and that kind of just shows, surely you should, even if you don't mean it, you say it, just to try and keep them sort of some sort of sweet anyway. But
I think
his haircut.
oh, it's terrible,
You've
isn't
seen
it?
his haircut. Honestly, no.
That's the main thing I thought of when I watched that.
Oh my god, mate! I would be embarrassed to walk around with that on the back of my head.
Yeah.
Oh mate, it's horrendous. But I mean, he's got money in it, so I guess he don't give a shit. Evidently, with what he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
outrageous.
when Neville, I'm assuming you guys saw it, but on that Monday Night Football, when he said as soon as he saw Joel Glazer's name on the ESL thing, and he was like, "This is a problem." I had that exact same reaction when I saw it, and I saw Joel Glazer on that statement. I thought, "Shit," because that guy,
Anything.
he will do anything. And don't get me wrong, you admire businessmen and billionaires because they'll break a few eggs, won't they? When it comes to stepping on people, they don't care, and he is a massive problem. And obviously the ESL's not really gone away, but yeah, that whole situation was just indicative of the scenario and the situation that Man United fans are facing, in that they just don't care. No
Do you
one.
reckon some of these people
and I
who
doubt FSG care.
Do you reckon some of the people who own some of the clubs just don't like football? They don't care for football. They just want to own clubs
Yeah,
and make
well,
money
I mean,
and
the whole
do
thing
whatever they want.
about they don't like relegation. That's been Man United fans have heard that ever since they bought the club. They just don't understand why we do it. And to be fair, I think that's a whole American problem.
Yeah.
And
Well, they don't have it.
I just don't think. Yeah, they don't have it. So they don't even have it in the MLS, do they? Because it's all
No.
region based on states and all that. So yeah, I mean, I think it is a problem. But then it's you get rid of these billionaires, just another one comes
another
along,
one.
and
Yeah.
just because City appear to be doing great, they ain't great owners.
Well,
Do you know what I mean? But they
honest,
have done a lot more for the City.
Absolutely. City and Chelsea's owners are the only owners that are really in the Premier League, that are really in it to not make a profit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Avram Grant and Sheikh Mansour, they don't care about
Avram Grant.
Aaron Grant.
I had Avram Glazer and
Glazer.
Yeah.
my bad. What's his face? Roman Abramovich. How the hell did I mess that up so badly? Roman Abramovich and Sheikh Mansour don't care about profit. They just don't. Like, they've got so much money.
Well, with the rate they spend it, Jesus.
Yeah, they've got so much money they don't care.
That's why I'm quite
That's why
excited.
they're the most winning team over the last decade, them two. City and Chelsea out of the Premier League teams. That's why they've won the most out of those Premier League teams, because they don't care about money. Well, they do care about money. They just don't care about making a profit out of the Premier League.
This is why I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing Daniel Ek come in, the Spotify CEO, to hopefully take over Arsenal, because him himself is a self-proclaimed lifelong Arsenal fan, and just like obviously with Palace with Steve Parish, having a lifelong fan take over the club, as opposed to someone that's just there purely for the business side of things. That's such a difference in the mentality between the two, and I think hopefully that will be the turnaround for Arsenal, but you never know. And I think a lot of teams that are like these big six teams, they should be, if they do ship out their owners, looking for someone that is sort of a lifelong fan that will have the club's best interests at heart, as opposed to their bank account's best interest at heart at the end of the day. So I know it's obviously a lot easier said than done to get a lifelong fan that is a billionaire to buy one of these clubs, but
It'd be fantastic.
It will be the better way forward, I think.
No, definitely. I mean, yeah, that is the dream. But I don't know. We weren't involved, so I don't know if Parish or our other owners, our other investors would have taken the Super League deal. You never know, do you? Like, we have Americans invested in our club as well, so you don't know. They may well have wanted to be invested in that.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I can understand why they did it. It's guaranteed money, isn't it?
of course. I mean,
I think it was the way they went about it, and the whole. What pain is like painful and is so annoying is that United and Liverpool were sort of the architects of this. They're the ones who've got the name on the paper, and it's like
they're the most historic English.
It's
clubs.
so far removed from what the cities are. I mean, again. I'm living south. I'm not living up north, but it's so far removed from what the ethos of those cities are and what they mean. It was just crazy that they tried to do that. But yeah, also it's sort of you're just changing a game that you've lived with your whole life, that you play down the park or you play with your mates, or you compete at the very bottom of grassroots level, and they're trying to change it. It just doesn't make sense. I think that's
they just don't understand, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Understand football, the culture. They evidently don't understand football and the culture around it in this country and what it means to us. It has a lot of history in everyone's communities, and it's so embedded in communities. Kids grow up playing it, wishing to play for their. Some kids, wish up growing to play for like Nottingham Forest. Some want to play for Grimsby. Do you know what I mean? It's all different levels, and some want to play for United. So it's a beautiful thing, man. And you don't have it in
game, isn't
America.
It?
Exactly.
Yeah. You don't need to talk English to play football.
No, exactly. It's a world sport, man. Yeah. It's how you can. The amount of kids. I mean, even like we're thinking about holidays when I was younger, going on holidays with family and stuff like that. If you meet other kids at the home, when you're younger, you're kicking a football around. How many kids from different countries I met? So it's just a thing, isn't it? Like, it's nuts. But mate, we could go on for days. But I do want to know what you think of Souness, though.
Yeah, I was just going to say about that.
Mate, do you know what? I can't stand that guy. Honestly, it amazes me that he's still on TV, because he's said some very questionable things about a lot of players anyway. Yeah. And like, I don't know. I mean, you know what? In this, you got the Man United Liverpool rivalry, but Carragher's came out of it so well, and he was literally saying on the game, I think that was a Monday game as well, he was saying it was lazy punditry. Like he's got to work with this bloke. I think what was more annoying was that none of them called it out at the time. To say it was based off of not winning league titles or anything like that was just ridiculous, because you've got the protests from 2005, 8, 10, 12, and then this is obviously a culmination of just enough. But there's been protests every single season, just on different numbers. Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
I think Souness is very much. He's so grumpy, it's ridiculous. And some of the stuff he says, he obviously blows out of proportion. Like obviously about the beer can that was thrown, that hit someone in the head, that they could have died. I was like, it probably wouldn't be that bad. Don't get me wrong. He's not completely wrong in that sense, but it would have to hit you in a very specific spot for you to sort of actually have a lot of damage done to you. And the crazy thing about it is you see videos from the actual protest. You hear some of the fans shouting, "You Scouse, see you next Tuesday" at Carragher as the beer cans are being thrown. So it's not even at any of the others. It's just purely basically aimed at Carragher that you can see. But you see Carragher's take on it and Gary Neville's take on it is a lot more sort of a level-headed sort of response to it, as opposed to Souness, where he's trying to massively blow it out of proportion. Or if that flare had come near us, that someone could have been scarred for life and all that sort of stuff. And it's a bit like, okay, well,
that's the thing. They're sitting there in their ivory tower, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. And especially because the fact that normally they're in sort of an actual commentary box, now because of COVID and everything, they were on this big balcony thing where anyone can throw whatever they like at them. But I think obviously I was at Alf's on Sunday. Was it Sunday when the game was supposed to be? Yeah. And we were watching some of the punditry and we were watching them talk about it. And it's really good to see people like Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher really going back at some of the other pundits and the host, was it David, whatever his name is? Going back at him and so I know you're playing devil's advocate. And he's like, I'm not playing devil's advocate. Or even better, and you just go back at him again, and it's showing that their sort of perspective on the whole thing is much more what everyone's, but like what the fans' perspective is, as opposed to what the whole corporate perspective of it is, and trying to be we can't really say too much on TV, we don't want to get obviously dragged through the mud, but they're saying exactly what they think. And I think credit where credit's due, as much as I don't really like either of the two of them, I think over the last couple of weeks both of them have been held at in such a good light. I think both of them have I don't like them, but I do now in that sort of sense.
They've won you over as honest punditry.
If it was if it was, you know, each of you support a different team. So if it was your club and your fans are doing that, would you like? Can you kind of like see why the Man United fans?
Yeah.
Did it and why would you be like, you'd want to do that as well?
As an Arsenal fan,
100%.
With everything going on with Kroenke, I'd definitely be there.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Arsenal fans do it anyway.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be throwing bottles and flares and stuff.
No, there's a way to go about it.
Oh, mate, 100% be protesting, 100%.
100%. But this is why I think it's important to ensure that the narrative isn't forced in that violence route, because as I said, there were less arrests than a normal Man United Liverpool game, it was a small minority, and no matter what, you're always going to get that. You're always going to get that at any protest. You know?
There's always dickheads. There's always dickheads, no matter what you're doing.
Yeah, you go down, you go anywhere, you go out shopping, you go out down the pub. There's always one.
Always.
It doesn't matter that it's a big club either. It could happen at any club. Like go all the way down to Sunday League, people getting scraps and stuff like that. It happens at every club. Obviously, it's being looked at in a different light because it is Manchester United. But things like that probably happen at Millwall daily. It is crazy.
It's mad. But so hopefully, hopefully this will come to the point where the Glazers are ex-Manchester United owners. But you never know. But,
can't see
talking of
wishful thinking.
Doubt it's going to happen.
Talking of ex-Man United employees, Jose Mourinho has just bagged a new job in the Serie A. He is Roma manager, moving from currently rainy London to, I'm sure, sunny Rome. It's not a bad little transition. What do you guys think of this? Do you think he can do what he did at Inter with Roma? Or
I don't think you can sleep on Mourinho being a great manager.
No, he's one of the best managers of all time.
I think he would do a good job regardless.
I didn't think it was massively obvious that he would go to Roma, but I did think he would. He would definitely. I knew he was going to go abroad. I didn't think he was going to stay in the Premier League. If he's going to be in the Premier League, I think he want a bit more than
Palace.
Yeah, a bit more than Palace.
No.
A bit more than Palace, I think.
Palace.
But no, I knew he was going to go abroad. But fair play. I think Roma's definitely not a bad club to go to at all. They're obviously not in the best candidates against in the Europa League right now, but still, I think they can definitely do something under Jose. He's a proven winner. He's the special one at the end of the day.
Well, is he taking over right away?
No. Next season.
Okay, I was gonna say because he's got a job on his hand tomorrow.
Yeah,
clawing that back. But
an afternoon of training, and that's it.
Exactly. But I think he'll do fine. I don't know if he gets the right investment and he gets the players he wants and everything. I think that he could win a Serie A for sure.
Yeah, I think he could.
It's wide open at the moment, the Serie A. Obviously, Inter Milan have just won it. Congratulations to Inter Milan and all the ex-Man United players that now play for them. But yeah, I think it'd be interesting to see. It's interesting. I'm happy he's in a good job, though. I really am. He deserves
I do think he'll do well because, yeah, as you say, the Serie A is in such a transitional period. Like, Inter Milan were garbage in Europe. Like, garbage. Like, so we already know they're not really that formidable. And AC Milan, well, they were looking good at the start of the season. They've fallen off. I think there's like 3 teams that are all on the same points, aren't they? I think. And then Juve under Pirlo, that jury's still out there, but they look like they'll stick with him anyway. So I think it's probably a good time for Mourinho to, I don't know, get some grit and motivation in those players maybe at a time when Serie A is looking weak. And
they've got some good players as well, Roma.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe Mike Smalling won't stay in the back line.
No.
But yeah, no. Who knows on that one?
Yeah, so I think
it will do well.
I just saw Graham Potter was tipped for the Spurs job, which I actually think this is hard for me to say. So it's got to be somewhat true. I hate Brighton more than anyone, but Graham Potter is a fantastic manager. But genuinely, he plays such nice football. It's just that Brighton don't have the players to pull it off. Like, if Brighton had even a bit more better team, like slightly better, they'd be a top 10 team because Graham Potter plays such nice football, man. Honestly, it's beautiful. He's a great manager. I hate it, but I think at Spurs, he'd have those attacking players scoring goals. But I just don't think because of where he's at and he's not a name. I don't think it's going to happen, and I think that's quite a shame because I also would like him to stop being Brighton manager.
I don't think it will happen on the basis that why would he go to Spurs? I know it's Spurs
it's a much bigger job, man.
Bigger job, yeah. But if you're Brighton and you're Graham Potter, I feel like they obviously employed him. Well, they did employ him actually because they got rid of Chris Hughton, didn't they? So they employed him on the basis that they wanted to do a bit of a project, fancier football. They really wanted to be a mainstay in the Premier League. He's probably got a better chance of maybe doing something more established there just for a couple more seasons than going to Spurs and being sacked in what might be 12 months because Bale can't be asked, Kane's going to go, or he's going to go at the end of the next season because I doubt anyone will buy him this year, so he can't really be asked. Son's probably going to be crying on the pitch every other game. Lucas Moura ain't all that. The defence is an absolute shambles.
Son is really
is a terrible goalkeeper.
Yeah,
I just don't know if he would just rather not take the job on the basis that he won't be in the Spurs job that long, and he won't have the funds because let's face it, Daniel Levy doesn't really splash out the cash, does he? So I don't know if he'll take it on that basis.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a shame because I think he'd be a really cool manager for a top team that can afford to put money in and get the players that he wanted out of the team. But yeah, it's just I don't know. I saw Eric Ten Hag maybe, but I don't know why you would leave Ajax to come to Spurs. Obviously,
he just signed a deal, isn't he?
Apparently not. Apparently he's just extended his contract. He's not like it's like a year extension or something on his deal that they can trigger. Going
back to the Serie A, I think Conte is. I think some respect needs to be put on his name for what he's done.
He's a great manager. But did anyone think he was a great manager? I thought he was a great manager when he was at Chelsea.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. For what he did at Juve after their dry spell for however long, and then they bring them to champions, and then comes into Chelsea, wins in his first season, wins the Premier League. Second season, wins the FA Cup, and then now to Inter, where he's taken them to beat Juve, who have been unbeaten for the best part of a decade. I think he's not really spoken about enough, I don't think, for some of his achievements. I can't say that I particularly like him as a person, but what he does at each individual club he goes to is phenomenal, and I don't think he gets spoken about enough, really.
There were reports that he was going to get sacked, I think, at the start of the season, wasn't there? Because he had a falling out.
He's someone else that's been linked to the Spurs job as well, but there's not a chance he's taken that.
What about Allegri to Spurs? Allegri ain't got a job, has he?
I mean,
I don't know why he went on doing that, to do that to himself.
well, I mean, like Allegri,
Yeah.
I don't really. Allegri's obviously a good manager. I don't know too much about him, but like it just doesn't seem. That just seems like why would that? I mean, but Mourinho and Spurs seemed impossible. So I guess anything could happen. But yeah, it would just be a weird one. I don't know. I think Conte's got it good where he is. You're living in Milan, man. You're having every day is lovely. You're champions of Italy. Just sitting there, sitting back. He's probably got a lovely garden on a balcony, sipping some wine, and lovely Italian weather. Why would he want to come to London? Look, it's an absolute mess.
Raining, then it's sunny, then it's hailing,
Yeah,
then it's sunny,
exactly.
then it's raining.
But yeah, he's
I
probably
think
got
that's a
a garden or
massive-
something that he just sits in.
I think that's a massive problem that Spurs have got, though, is like, who are they going to get? Because, I mean, yeah, you say all these names, and none of them actually want to go. And I think it's clear. Well, I think it's clear as well now that they don't have the money. And even you've got clubs like Aston Villa that are pouring in more money, and
right.
could be argued as just as big a club. And if Newcastle get taken over, then maybe even Newcastle look like an even better proposition, because with their fan base,
Leeds.
yeah, it's maybe Bielsa. I could see Bielsa going there, actually.
I don't think Bielsa would leave Leeds.
I don't see the point in Bielsa. He's building something amazing at Leeds, man.
Yeah, I don't see the point in him going, but
It could
I mean,
be.
I'd
It
love
could be
to
interesting.
slap him 6-2 every other week, but
Yeah, I think we beat them 5-1, which is weird.
Still on the topic of Tottenham, but have you seen Harry Redknapp's appearing in an episode of EastEnders over the next couple of weeks? Yeah,
I love
Oh
Harry.
my god.
That's crazy.
I just saw it pop up earlier on my
Moving mad.
That's jokes, man. That's jokes. Bloody hell, fair enough. Yeah, the last bit of news I've got for you. I don't know if any of you guys saw this, but it was in the Farmers League, the Liga 1. Lyon versus Monaco. It ended up 3-2 to Lyon. But so there was 5 goals, but there was also 5 red cards.
what?
Jesus.
4 players got sent off after full time. I've looked for loads of videos about it. I still have no idea why these players got sent off. They were pushing and shoving and arguing and stuff, but honestly, mate, I was watching this.
Little scrap in the tunnel or something.
So one player got sent off in the 70th minute for Lyon, Kakare, and then in the 99th minute, Pietro Pellegrini got sent off, and William Goebbels got sent off for Lyon, and then Desciglio for Lyon and Marcelo for Lyon got sent off as well.
Jeez.
So yeah, 5 red cards. There was some really good goals in it.
Saw that
yeah.
Depay's 1-2, I think equal it 1-1 maybe, or
Yeah,
Should
it
I
was a
get a
good goal.
video up, boys?
It was a good goal. I don't think we have the right to the highlights, do we?
Oh, mate, like, we got fucking, what, we got like 12 years at the moment?
No, I know,
I
I'm
think it's
just
going to be a
saying,
problem.
You never know.
Jesus. Oh no, I'm going to have to take down our stream. Oh.
Well, I mean, that would be annoying.
That would be annoying, you're right, but still. Nah,
What for you, Mark? Editing it all out.
Oh no, will that work?
You just do a slight
Wait.
blur on it.
Wait, just change the sound. Let's see.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
But
well,
yeah,
I would love it if Poch doesn't win. That'd be great.
yeah, he's not going to win. He's not going to win the Liga, or he's not going to win the Champions League.
You know what we didn't touch on actually was how ridiculous Di Maria's red card was. While we're speaking about red cards,
What was his red card?
He
Oh, he stamped on.
he literally just stamps on.
He just stamped on Fernandinho. That's actually, yeah,
Fernandinho.
sorry. I did want to say, PSG, they're a bunch of petulant little children. Those players. Jesus Christ, man, they were stamping, they didn't know what to do.
Just used
they
to
were
easy
losing,
games,
and they just
mate.
lost their heads, man.
It was
Literally.
crazy. I mean, at least do a bit of like a going for a tackle and leave some on him or something, and VAR pick it up. But it was so like in
He had
your
to
face,
move closer
and it was
to
off the pitch.
Stamp on him.
Yeah, it was so
Oh,
ridiculous.
mate, it was crazy, but Chelsea are through. Sorry. Yeah, 1-0 Chelsea. Werner.
No
Wow.
way.
Bloody hell.
Werner, it was a great goal.
Jesus
Chilwell
Christ.
crossed it. Werner. Oh, it's offside. Oh. That might have to go to VAR. I'm not 100% sure about that, but yeah, that would have been cool.
Jesus.
I'll let you know if this goes to or if it stays on. Is he onside or is he off?
Should we move
Oh,
to the
he's
quiz?
definitely off. He's definitely off.
45 minutes
Yeah,
in.
we'll get to the quiz. Let's do the quiz now. I've got obviously the main reason why we're here, but yeah. So I've got some Premier League questions. I'll ask general knowledge, world stage, and throwback football. Anyone that's in the chat, if you want to, answer along, you can throw some answers into the chat. But yeah, some of them are easy, some of them are hard. So
Naturally.
yeah, naturally, we'll start. This is the first Premier. We're going to go question by question as well. A bit more, a bit easier. But so for the first one, obviously you guys will write it down, and then once you've all written it down, you can say your answers. From which team, nice easy one to start, did Manchester City sign Sergio Aguero from in 2011? Oh God, Mark.
It's an easy one.
It is an easy one.
It is quite easy.
Do you want a blank? Can I have a clue? Is it from
No.
another English team?
No. Spanish team. There you go.
Right, your time's up now, Mark. Come on,
Yeah,
mate.
time is up. Sorry, Mark. Ollie, you seem pretty confident, mate. What do you got?
Atletico.
Atletico Madrid. Bards, have you got that?
I have got that.
Nope.
Nice. Very well. Atletico Madrid. 1 point to Ollie and Bards.
What did you put, Mark?
Sociedad.
Sociedad. Fair play. Just a stab in the dark. I like it. All right. A bit of a harder one now. As of January 2020, which player has won the most Premier League Golden Boots?
January.
Obviously, Premier League started back in '92. Well, yeah, now.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant from January 2020. Who's
No,
won
just
the most
as
since
of
then?
January 2020.
Yeah.
Who's had which Premier League players had the most Premier League Golden Boots?
That's a really good question.
I'll be surprised if it's not this one.
I'll give you a little bit longer.
Ooh.
By the way, I'm typing my answers. I'm not googling them. Just
That's
so,
If anyone in the chat has any idea,
Hmm.
please let us know.
I think they're all being silent.
They are.
Can't
I
write that
only. Oh no, you would have just.
Well,
so
I'm
then
gonna have
someone
to
puts the correct answer in the chat, and then everyone else in this one suddenly gets it right.
Yeah, alright, that's it. We're gonna. That's your time. Any stab in the darks here?
down. I put Vardy.
I put
Incorrect.
Shearer.
Incorrect.
Damn.
I put Kane.
Incorrect. The answer is Thierry Henry.
Damn.
Oh, yeah, I'm disappointed, mate.
Well, that's the thing. I thought it was either Shearer or Henry, but I thought Shearer's got more goals, so I thought it must be him. But
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I thought Vardy was a good shout though, Mark, because
I thought in
I really
recent,
went with that one.
he's
Yeah.
won a few recently, so I thought I might have pulled him back.
Okay, this one should be fairly obvious, I guess, but
You
we'll
said that
see.
about the first one, mate.
It's a similar one to the goal scorer. And as of January 2020, which player holds the all-time record for the most headed goals in the Premier League with 51?
Jesus.
Obviously,
Oh,
you
I
can
think I
imagine
know this.
striker.
Is this all the way up to?
Huh?
This is all the way up to January.
All the way
2020.
up to, yeah. You'd imagine it'd be quite tall, I suppose.
Well, now it's not Van Dijk. He hasn't scored 50 goals.
Yeah, you might want to think back a bit, mate.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I might have it. Obviously, I think I might have it. That's what the quiz is about, right?
I think it's
Don't know.
wrong, but
I'm
yeah.
literally putting no one into my head.
I've taken something small that Alf said and ran with it.
Well, yeah, that was. I thought about it, and then he said it, and I thought, yeah, okay, double down on the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Mark. Okay. Any idea, guys?
I'll let someone else go first.
No, go on, Mark.
Is it?
Give us your.
Go on, go on, Mark.
All
What
right,
did you have? Give us
so
yours.
clearly there's reason behind it. Peter Crouch.
Correct.
That's who I put as well.
Yeah, that's it.
Correct. Nice one.
I took the tall part that Al said and just ran with the whole thing.
I didn't pick that up. I just was like, who's a tall fucker? I was like, Peter Crouch.
Yeah, really tall striker.
In 2009, who netted 4 goals against Liverpool at Anfield in the Premier League? Oh, no longer in the Premier League now.
In 2009.
It's a pretty famous game.
Getting all the clues, Marcus.
I think I know this one.
Pretty famous game.
Even the celebration.
Yeah.
It's ingrained in my memory.
Yeah, me too. I will never forget this player.
Is it in the Premier League? Sorry.
Yeah. Scored 4 goals against Liverpool at Anfield, 2009.
No. Idea.
No. Okay, Ollie, you should know this.
Andre Arshavin.
That's correct. Sharvin. Do you not remember that, Mark?
No. I probably know the dance.
He runs up and he's like,
What was that?
4.
Oh,
He's 4. Celebrates, doesn't he? To the
I'm
camera.
not doing well. I'm 1 for
Okay.
3.
And he bashes one straight past the keeper into the top corner, I think.
Yeah, he does.
What a man.
How many? This is a sort of question for me. How many Premier League clubs has Roy Hodgson managed?
God.
If you can name them, I'll give you a bonus point.
We could be going back as well, couldn't we, I suppose?
Yeah,
Oh,
something. He's
God.
so old. There could be hundreds of clubs.
Professional clubs.
Premier League clubs.
Oh, Premier League. Oh, I thought it was just professional.
I'm tempted to give you the number and then see if you can name the teams. What do you reckon?
Well, we all know at least 2. Yeah, go on. Give us a number.
Okay, the number's 5.
5.
Oh,
I put 4.
So if you can name them, I'll give you a.
Are they? Sorry, are they currently? Is this like they're currently in the Premier League, or is this they spent?
I will tell
No,
you.
they were in
time in the Premier League.
Well, they were in the Premier League when he managed
when he
them, I
managed
guess.
them.
Right. Okay.
They're currently none of these are below the Championship. At the current stage in time, then none of them are below the Championship.
I know 2 confidently.
no.
Yeah, I hope you know at least one confidently.
What was that like? Red and blue
England,
one. They got like that bird as their badge.
Yeah, they got that big palace made of crystal.
Did he?
I mean, you should know at least 3.
Yeah, I know 3 for
I
sure.
think I've got 3.
I know I've got 2. I don't know about the other 3.
Okay, so do you want to give me the 2 that you guys have, or Bards? Give me the 3 that you think you have.
Okay, Liverpool,
Correct.
Palace,
Correct.
Fulham,
Correct.
and then I've gone for Coventry.
Incorrect.
Okay, and then Middlesbrough was my last one.
Incorrect on them last 2. So,
Yeah, I don't
Ollie,
know.
have you got any others that aren't?
I have West Brom.
Yes, correct.
Yes.
Another one. One more.
The
Not
only
on
other
this
one
side.
I would have had was Huddersfield.
No, incorrect. It's Blackburn.
Blackburn.
I don't even remember imagining
How many
Blackburn.
points? How many points did everyone get there?
Yeah, you get a club. You get a point per club you got.
3.
You got 3 on that one.
Whoa. Okay.
I mean, it's crazy to think he faced Juve in that Europa League final, didn't he? It was
Yeah.
Fulham versus Juve.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And they won.
Fucking hell.
I'm just having a look at some questions here. Oh fuck. Okay, if we're gonna go into this one, fine. At which stadium did Eric Cantona kung fu kick a fan in the stands? Highbury, the Dell, Selhurst Park, or Upton Park? Eric Cantona's a bastard.
Has everyone got it?
Yeah.
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 Go on, Al.
Uh,
Why don't you tell us, Alfie?
Selhurst Park.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, Alfie, you should look at the screen, I think, mate.
It's 1-0. Werner again. This time it looks like it's a goal. I didn't actually get to see it. Ramos is looking dejected, like it might have been his fault. Don't know.
Chelsea.
Oh my word.
Kante just like, "Oh, I've done such good work today so far. I'm going to keep going. It was a... Oh, mate, this play between... Oh, yeah, no, fair enough. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was Mount. Oh, no, it was... Oh, okay, that's a weird goal. So, you got link-up play on the edge of the box between Kante, Werner, and Havertz. The ball gets to Havertz. He shoots. It hits the bar. It goes up, comes down. Werner just taps it in. Quite a cool goal. He literally dinks it over the keeper, over Courtois, hits the bar, goes straight up, comes down, and Werner's just literally just
On a play. Just on a play. Of course.
Puts it in there.
I mean, Werner couldn't miss
celebration of that. And yeah,
I
fair play.
I wouldn't put it past him, but Werner couldn't miss there.
Yeah.
Like that would have been incredible if he had missed. I think I've been singing his praises, but I think I would have just given up there. If
He had a shocker miss in the first leg, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did.
Tuchel's reaction was just like, oh, for fuck's sake. Every fucking time.
But in training, he's just clinical. He is just slap.
Yeah.
And then Tuchel's like, I'm putting him in this week. He's going to be fire. And every
This week,
week,
boy, this week is going to be the week. I know it is. I've got a good feeling.
Nah.
I've got 3 more Premier League questions for you, and then we're going to move on to a bit of general knowledge. Wayne Rooney scored his first ever Premier League goal for Everton at age 16 against which team?
Against, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, what team did he score against?
Gee, that was some time ago.
Did he score it in like the 93rd minute? Is it the last minute winner?
It was pretty last minute. It was a banging goal, though. If no one's seen that, Google. If I say the team, Rooney goal against. Ollie, do you want to give me the answer? I think it's about time.
Arsenal.
Arsenal. Yeah,
Arsenal.
it was a fantastic goal. Go watch that.
It was a banger.
Weirdly enough, I think I saw that the other day. I think it must have
Nice.
been like,
Did you get that right, Bards?
yeah, mate.
Was that the game where he's arguing with the ref and then he
Oh,
runs over
God.
and just bangs it in?
No, that's against.
Oh no, that was
Fulham.
yeah, that was when he was playing at United.
I think it's,
Yeah.
I think it's against Newcastle. I think.
Was it against Newcastle?
yeah, he
That's
was
one
at
of my
United at
favourite
the time
goals.
anyway. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, underrated man as a player.
Pressure's on. Bards and Ollie are still tied.
They are nice. Yeah. What's the scores on the doors, Mark?
Oh, shit. Bards and Ollie tied with 7. I have 4.
I'm on 8.
I've got 8.
They've got 8.
Yeah, we're both on
Okay.
8.
Well, fucking track your own scores then. Jesus, I'll track mine.
Yeah, next question. Hopefully, I think you should. I think you should guys get this. I think I'd be impressed. From which Ligue 1 club did Eden Hazard join Chelsea for 32 million in 2012?
Sorry, say it again.
What team did Hazard join from to go to Chelsea when he went to Chelsea in 2012? He played there with Joe Cole. Weirdly, they were the wingers for that team. Quite a weird duo.
God, I love
Yeah.
Joe Cole as a kid.
I've got 2 teams in my head. I'm gonna go with one.
I have no idea. Again, shot in the dark.
All right. Who thinks they got the answer?
I'm not.
I think I
Okay,
do.
Bards. Who did he sign from?
Is it
It is
Lille?
Lille.
Yes.
Bang on, Lille.
I had 2 teams in my head, but yeah, happy with that.
Nice. Right. Next question is. This is the last question of the Premier League ones. Which was the first organisation to sponsor the Premier League? It was from 93 to 2001. Very synonymous. Well, I think it's synonymous with sort of football for me growing up. When you think about Premier League and cups and stuff like that, if you know what I mean.
I mean, yeah, just first thing that came to my head, just write it down.
You just got it.
Yeah, I can. It's the only one that's coming to me.
Yeah, that's the only one that's coming to me. But I think this one might be the one after.
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at.
Yeah.
Sponsored the Premier League.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which was the first organisation to sponsor the Premier League from 93 to 2001?
I think it was the company that took over from 2001 is the company I think I've
Probably
got.
where I'm at as well.
Okay.
I don't think I've got it. But I put Carlsberg.
You're close.
Ah, yeah, I'm well off then.
Is it Carling?
It's Carling.
Yeah.
I put Barclays.
Barclays. That was after. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate. Oh, that was so close. I like your thinking. But that was a good one.
I was getting confused as well because of the Carling Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I was thinking it's Carling or Carlsberg, and then because Mark said, I got it straight away, I thought, it's Carlsberg, because then they became their shirt sponsor later.
Yeah.
That was
I couldn't remember whether it was Barclays or Carling first, and then I thought the Carling Cup, and that's where I was getting confused by. But yeah, success.
All right. I've got a bit of general knowledge for you. All right. New round. Oh, what's the scores, Mark? Sorry, going into this new round.
May have lost track of volleys. Bardell, you're on like 10 now.
No, I'm on.
I'm on 10.
Oh, there you go.
Because Ollie
Yeah,
got
I
that
got
one
that
right.
last one right.
I said
I
Carlsberg.
didn't know you got the last one. Cool.
Nice. All right. So, as of January 2020, who is? Oh no, sorry. I have to reword this one because it's quite so. Oh fuck it. Who was the PSG manager before Pochettino?
You see me look into space like, I know his face, don't know his name.
I think I've got. Oh yeah, I might have it. I think I might have the manager beforehand.
All right. If anyone's sure they got the answer?
I'm not sure, but I've got one down.
All right. Ollie, give me your answer.
Was Allegri?
Incorrect.
Oh damn it!
Bards?
What was it? Remind me of the question?
Who was PSG manager before Pochettino?
Oh, so I got Thomas Tuchel.
Of course. Tuchel.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
Threw me
Went
off.
to Chelsea.
Threw me off with Allegri. I was like, what?
That's yeah.
Thinking.
I thought that was a guaranteed winner for everyone.
Yeah.
I was like, it literally happened a couple months ago.
Oh, that's what I thought. But then I was thinking of because he's at Chelsea now. I was just thinking Chelsea, just exclude him. Don't need to think about him. But yeah,
Oh, fair. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, see, I've evened it up there.
you have, mate. There we go.
That's what I've spoken to, so.
What? Oh, this is okay. You know. I'm not
Bardell,
gonna
you might have to
say
turn the
that.
light on, mate.
Oh.
So all I see is like a face.
Just your face. It is a beautiful face, but we'll see some more.
Hey, there we go.
All right, for your next one. Which unlikely kit number did centre-back William Gallas don for Arsenal? It's unusual. Obviously, he's a centre-back, so it's an unusual number for centre-back to be donning. Oh, that's a good one. I'm going to ask that.
I think I'm confident with this one.
All right. If you guys all got answers, or either just
Sort
don't know.
of.
All right. Anyone want to give me their guess?
Well, for it to be a question, it has to be quite unusual, so I went with 0.
Incorrect.
No, it's unusual for a centre back, not an unusual
Centre-back.
number. is it 10?
Correct.
Yeah, boy.
What did you go
I
for?
didn't get
Lars?
that. I went for 99.
You went for
99,
the
fair enough.
unusual number as well.
I thought it
I
might
think I was
be
the only one that
99
actually
or
heard the question
66.
correctly.
Well, no, I knew it was an unusual number for a centre back, but then I remember William Gallas being an unusual bloke in general. So then I thought, well, maybe he went for
Very
like
true.
66 or 99.
69. Right. Do you guys know the two teams that make up the A23 derby?
No. Was that a question? Sorry.
No.
Question, yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Don't
No.
think so.
Actually,
I don't even know where the A23 is.
I was thinking of the M23, not the A23.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, no, I don't.
it is either the A23 or the M23 derby. It's called both.
Is it
Oh.
cheating to look where the A23 is?
Is it?
I'll give you
is
a
it-
hint. They're two Premier League clubs.
I was going to say, is it
Yeah, I
Palace
do
Brighton?
know. It's Palace Brighton.
Palace
Yeah.
Brighton.
Yeah, I was going
I
to
just
say.
thought it was a little one. I'll just give you.
Alright.
I was.
Mark,
Should I get points for that, yeah?
you and Bard's got points because Bard said it as well.
Is that a point each or
Yeah, it's
for
a
each
point.
team?
No, just a point for the
Cool.
question. All right. We've got this one. Name 3 of the 4 Red
Wait,
Bull
is this
football
question
clubs.
3 or question 4 now?
This is question 4 now.
Okay, fine.
Name 3 of the 4 Red Bull football clubs.
Three of the 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's 4, so you know you got.
They all got RB in front of them as well.
They've either got like Red Bull or RB in the name. Yes. Oh, Christensen's just been yellowed for quite a bad sort of on top of I don't know who the player was, but on his foot, still stood on his foot, top of his foot. Not a good one. What's going on? Oh, I'm so ready for this Chelsea Man City final, man.
I think Chelsea could do it, you know, if they get to the final. I think that'll be pure.
It would be pretty. I mean, do I want a London club to win it? Really?
Have you still got a bet down for City to win?
I've actually got a bet down for Chelsea or Real Madrid to win.
Oh,
So I'm guaranteed a finalist right now. But
I thought it was City versus Madrid that you had.
no. I have a bet with a mate at work about just lunch on whoever wins the final. I'll pick City, even though I've got bets on fucking Chelsea and not very good at betting, as you can tell. But yeah, have you guys got your answers?
I've got an answer. I've got one.
Yes.
I'll read them out, and you guys can tick them off as you go. Obviously, you know, be truthful. We don't want any liars. We don't have any liars on the Footy Fetish podcast.
Oh, we can give one each.
All right, okay.
Yeah,
You
good
do
idea.
one each. Go on,
I'll go
3 out
first.
of 4. Mark. go
Yeah,
ahead.
Mark, you can go first.
RB Salzburg.
That is correct. Red Bull Salzburg is one of them. Ollie,
Leipzig?
RB Leipzig is correct. That's the second one. And Bart, take us home with the 2 of the harder ones.
Well, I struggled here, but then there's an American one, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
Is it literally just called Red Bull FC or something?
No.
Oh,
What is it called?
fair.
Is it
That's-
New York Red
New
Bulls?
York Red Bulls.
Yeah.
Fuck, I couldn't
the thing,
think of
though.
what state it was.
I think New York have now got 2 teams. They've got like New York City and
And
New York Red Bulls.
Yeah, New
I
York
knew it was
on
like- I was
replay
like,
for New York.
Chicago, and I was
Yeah.
like, that's not right because that's basketball. And I was like, what is it? I
No,
knew
that
it was
was close,
American though.
So obviously, if you had Salzburg and Leipzig, you get 2 points each. If you did have New York Red Bull, or if you had Red Bull Brazil, you also
Yeah,
get a
the
point.
4th one was the only one that I had no idea about. I knew the other 3.
Okay, I had 2 there, just so you know, Mark.
Oh, I'm not keeping track of your score. I clearly was failing at that.
Oh, fine.
Fair enough.
Okay, well,
All
I
right,
currently
so
have
this
4.
is question 5? Yeah, question 5. Clubs I have... All right, this is guess the player, right? Name the player. Clubs I have played for include Real Madrid, Barcelona, Inter Milan, Chelsea, and Everton.
Oh. Did I really just pull the die? Really?
Oh, if you need to hear him again, I'll read him out for you again.
So Real Madrid, Barca, Inter Milan, and who else? Sorry,
Chelsea and Everton.
Chelsea and Everton. Yeah.
Oh, no, it can't. It might be.
There's one person that's popping in my head that I know for sure has played for 3 of the clubs.
My brain gave it to me. I'm gonna leave it there.
Yeah, I'm going with hopefully with what I think is right. But
He played for Real Madrid and Barca.
Mm-hmm.
That's mad.
was it a senior level?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, problem.
I don't know if I want to give you a clue for it.
Nah, mate.
Nah.
It's the only one that Mark's confident about. So
I'm probably wrong because it's like the one that's clearly too obvious that I go, it's definitely him, and it's not.
yeah.
This is a tricky one. It's the Everton thing
okay.
you've got to look at, really.
That's the
Oh,
thing.
I'm definitely
I've
wrong then.
I've
but I'm
got someone
not
in
gonna
my
change
head that's
answer.
definitely played for 3 of the teams.
Yeah, well, if you can think of someone that's played for, obviously, yeah. It is difficult, but when you obviously hear the answer, you're like, fucking course.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, no, I'm definitely wrong.
I'll give you a little bit longer, unless Bards is just done here.
yeah, I'm done. I don't know.
All right.
I know
I've
mine's
written someone down.
Does anyone feel like they've
I've
got
written
it?
someone down, but I
Anyone
know.
confident?
I
no.
was at the beginning, and then you gave more and more clues, and it got further and further away from what I thought.
Can I? Who've you got guessed?
James Rodriguez.
Incorrect. Ollie.
I put Lukaku.
Incorrect.
Yeah, I knew it
Bards?
was.
I put Matuidi.
Incorrect. It is Samuel Eto'o.
Eto'o, fucking hell.
Wow, fair enough. What a career.
I was so confident. I
Eto'o.
thought, yes,
I forgot he was at Everton.
Lukaku's played for Everton. He's played for Chelsea.
Yeah.
He's played for
Yeah.
Inter. And then I thought he's definitely not played for Madrid or Barca. That's why I asked if it was senior career because he might.
I
have
tell you
played
what, I
for
don't
East
remember
Ham.
Eto'o at Real Madrid though.
Yeah.
I got another one of a player. Who am I? I have played for Schalke, Werder Bremen, Real Madrid, and Arsenal. Who am I?
Oh fucking hell. I feel bad not knowing the Arsenal ones. But who? Sorry, Schalke, Werder Bremen, Arsenal, and who?
Real Madrid.
No.
This makes it a little bit easier, but I guess and Fenerbahce. It's not on the question,
Thank
but I
you.
guess he has played for him. So
There you go. That makes my a lot easier.
yeah.
I was thinking of someone, but
Do you think you would have got it if I hadn't said
well,
Fenerbahce?
the person that was in my head hadn't joined Arsenal at the point of when those questions are written.
Right. Okay. Fair.
I was thinking Odegaard, basically.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah.
That's a
fair.
really good shout. That's
That
lot
is a
of
good
love,
shout. That is a good shout.
Yeah.
But no, Mark, have you got yours?
Yeah.
It is, of course, Mesut Ozil. So yeah, one.
Assist king. You saved me with the Fenerbahce bit. I
You
think.
really did. I actually
Yeah.
went to
It
write down
instantly came to my
practice.
head as soon as you said that, but I may have got it. Who knows?
Oh god, this is another. We're doing another. I have played for, but I am going to mispronounce the hell out of this team. I apologise to everyone watching for my appalling pronunciation of this team. I have played for Corinthians, Shakhtar Donetsk, Anzi Mahashala, and Chelsea and Arsenal. Who am I?
Wow.
Yeah.
You name those teams again?
Yeah. Corinthians, Shakhtar Donetsk, Anzi, and Chelsea and Arsenal.
In that order, that's
Yeah, in that order.
Oh no, he didn't play for Arsenal, did he?
Are they retired or are they still playing? Still playing.
Still playing.
Oh, still play. Oh, blimey.
I can't think of his name.
I can't fucking think of anyone right now.
I've got someone in my head, but I just can't think of his name.
Someone written down.
Can I,
Are there
like-
clubs missing off that?
Huh?
Are there clubs missing off
No.
that?
No.
As in, they are all the clubs, or do you know if
They
he's
are
played
all
for
the clubs, yeah. I added the latest club.
Can I do the description without writing his name, so you can tell me what his name is? Because I can
Only after
explain.
we've
I
got
can
everyone.
explain who it is very easily, but I can't.
I mean,
his
not
name
really,
isn't
because you
coming
can't
to my
do that in
He's
quiz.
going to explain that he's a player that played for Shakhtar Donetsk.
head. I can explain what
Um,
player I mean very easily.
Uh,
Did he?
it's alright, mate. This is question 6, I believe. Yeah. Anyone feeling confident?
We've got a couple of rejects from Chelsea over the last few years, so
Yeah. He does currently play for you.
Can I?
Oh, then I know
interject
who it
with-
is.
Chelsea rejects that play for us at the moment, though.
That's true. That's true.
So I'm going to tell you my answer, but I need you to tell me who his name is because I'm struggling to pull the name out. On his debut, he scored. Well, I say he scored. He got 3 assists.
Yeah.
What's his name?
William.
William.
Yeah.
That's
William.
Good. That was the person.
You
I
have
Okay,
that
good.
chance.
Yeah. I luckily changed my answer because I think you said something. You said he's there now, and I went. Well, I know William used to play for Shakhtar Donetsk, so
Nice.
That's the thing. I
nice.
whittled it down to David Luiz and Willian. Then I thought David Luiz obviously went to PSG and came back to Chelsea again, and Willian didn't do that.
the
So
reason why I asked, I thought it might be Ben Ayoun because that's why I asked if you had any clubs that were missing off that list because you added Fenerbahce to the last one. So I was thinking maybe you didn't include West Ham, but yeah, I went with William.
No, fair enough. Yeah. That's good. Ollie, did you get that or not? No.
Yeah, I
You did. Oh, fair enough.
I thought it was between Luiz and Willian, and then out of the two, I thought, well, Luiz played for PSG at one point, and PSG wasn't on that list. So,
No,
Willian
fair
it
enough.
is.
Nice. So this is a little true or false one. It's quite an interesting one actually.
50-50. Come on, Mark, we can do this.
The fine for yellow card is the same for Sunday League players as it is for Premier League players. True or false?
Just because.
False.
Okay, you've gone false.
False.
I've gone true.
Ollie's gone true. Mark,
false.
Ollie, give yourself a point.
Oh,
I thought it has to be true, otherwise it would be far too obvious.
The fine is roughly £10 for a yellow across all the tiers of English football, including the Premier League,
Lovely.
so jokes.
which I think is awesome.
I thought it wouldn't have been a question if it was false because that's just too obvious. But yeah, big up.
Yeah. So for this one, this is quite an easy one if you know your stadiums. Which Premier League side play their home games at Turf Moor? They are Premier League currently. Turf Moor. Never
Got
been
this
there.
one.
Never really want to go there.
Nah.
Nah. I'll give you a little bit longer. Who's gonna
The
drive
first
you
team that
home?
popped into my head, where I very quickly realised were no longer in the Premier League. So I went for the second team that popped into my head.
Fuck, I'll stick with that one. I think we got our answers out.
Sorry, hold on. Oh, there's one about. I was just looking for this next question. Sorry. Okay, yeah, okay, I got it. It's Burnley.
Burnley.
Did you get that one?
I'll put
I'm sure we
Yes.
got that one.
No.
I did.
Nice. Okay, so for the last one, it's a quote, and I just want to see if you know who the quote is from. If you do, you get a point. All right, this is the last question.
I've got someone in my head before you even tell me what the quote is.
Okay, give it to yourself. It's a very famous quote. If you're giving me the choice of going out and beating 4 men and smashing a goal from 30 yards against Liverpool, or going to bed with Miss World, it would be a difficult choice. Luckily, I've done both.
Oh,
We were
no.
thinking about this a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, it is probably the best quote of all time.
It's the player I was thinking of as well before you said the quote.
Nice. He's always good for a quote.
Yeah. What a guy.
Legend.
Definitely.
Mark's is looking very confused still.
I mean, I'm just pulling one name into my head, and I feel like
Do
I need
you-
like a full
Do
name.
you even
here.
football, Mark?
Do I even football? Well,
Do you
I'm
even
annoyingly
football?
wearing a higher state jumper. So no, apparently.
No.
Nice. Mark, have you got your answer? I'd like to see who you think it is.
Gaza down.
Gaza. It's not a bad guess, to be fair.
Similar issues.
I
to
don't
be
think
fair.
Gaza was shagging Worlds though.
No.
But obviously, I'd give it. Obviously, Ollie, you had the answer, but Bardell, it's only right, I think.
Bestie baby, George Best.
Georgie Bestie,
Yeah.
Georgie boy.
Yeah. I love that Man United song. We go about George Best. I forgot how it goes now. I've literally said that and now I've forgotten how it goes. It's like when I die, I want to go on the piss with Georgie Best. I can't remember how it goes, but it's good.
Oh yeah, to the tune of Spirit in the Sky.
To Spirit in the Sky. That's it. Yeah. That was it. Well, that was our quiz, boys. Has everyone got their tallies tallied up?
9.
Wait, is this across both rounds or just this one?
It's across both rounds, yeah.
Oh, I didn't really do it as rounds.
Okay, what would you get together? Oh, you got a good 9 overall.
Together, yeah.
Oh, okay, 9 together. Fair.
How many questions should we ask?
20.
Roughly
did we?
half of them.
Oh yeah, no, but we got more. There was more points for other questions.
More points for some questions, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Who's gonna drive you home?
Cool.
All right, Ollie, what you got?
19.
19. What you got, Bards?
16.
16. Oh, so Ollie is our winner today. Footy quiz with 19.
Didn't even
Bards
ask
is
Mark.
Second with 16.
No, he did.
Mark,
He already
Mark
asked
got
me.
9.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
I shouldn't have asked Mark.
It was very obvious.
But that was good, boys. Thank you very much.
Just to clarify, the Palace Brighton one was 1 point, wasn't it? But the Red Bull one was 1 point for each team.
Correct, Mundo.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, I did add it up.
Yeah, that was good. Thanks for doing that, boys.
I've won the quiz twice now after being so unsuccessful.
Oh
And
man,
the first time we did it with Harry. I told you,
actually, yeah.
I told you, it's only up from here, and I've not come down yet.
That's it, mate. That's it. You're on a absolute
me in
roller
fantasy
coaster.
I've
football.
jinxed it now. So,
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, no, thank you very much, guys. Thank you, Bards, for joining us today.
No, thank you. It was great.
Yeah, it's good. We'll have you on soon, and we'll talk more Man United things. 'Cause I think this is only going to snowball. Obviously, what's going on at the moment. So yeah, it'd be good to have you on and talking about this more because it is very interesting. I wonder if it'll spark any other fan bases as well to do some things. Arsenal, I'm looking at. I really think Arsenal will be a
I'll
team
be
that
very
will do it.
disappointed if we don't. In all
I think they will. 100%.
Seeing you up on Sky Sports Bards at the protest.
Yeah. You got
You're gonna have to travel up there.
Bring a Bard's Bites sign.
Yeah.
Free publicity.
That's it. Obviously, yeah.
Yeah,
We'll put
why
links in the
not? I'll
description,
take
we'll put links
Take a stake in the club.
That's it. But we'll make sure everyone that's watching and wherever you are, make sure to follow Bard's Bites on Instagram. How does your handle go, mate?
Just at Bard's Bites.
Oh, there we go.
All
Easy
okay.
as no numbers, no underscoring, nothing like that.
We'll have
No. I own it, baby.
Lovely.
Link in the description.
That's
Or
it. Link in description, of course.
bardsbites.co.uk.
He has some great, a lot of mainly vegan. Am I right?
It's vegetarian, but
Vegetarian.
often I dabble in the vegan area.
Dabble in the vegan, but he
The
does some
vegan.
very good stuff in there. Very nice stuff indeed. But yeah, thanks everyone. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell on YouTube, notifications, follow
We're
us
on
on
Facebook
Instagram
as well.
We are on Facebook. We're so you'll get all the stuff. We're putting
Got all the
clips up and stuff
platforms.
like that. We'll get that on Facebook and Instagram. So make sure you're in there. And yeah, just your more updates. We do polls, all this kind of stuff. You can get involved, ask us questions for the podcast, whatever you want to do. Or give us banter about our takes because some of them are probably horrendous. I imagine. But,
Yeah, there's a lot of
but yeah.
bias.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, we love bias on this.
We love
on this
bias.
podcast. But yeah, thanks everyone, and yeah, we'll see you soon. Cheers.
Laters.
Yeah.
Bye.